Earlier this morning, Congress confirming President-elect Joe Biden's Electoral College victory following that horrific day at the U.S. Capitol that history will never forget.
And some were there experiencing it. We were talking about our members of Congress and their staff running for their lives at the U.S. Capitol. And one of those folks at the Capitol was the newly elected freshman Congresswoman from South Carolina, Nancy Mace. She joins me now. Congresswoman, it was 3 weeks ago today. You were here with us on GMA3. Big smile on your face. Freshman, heading to Congress, even had a story about getting lost in the tunnels at some point, but there was so much hope and excitement about getting there. You are talking to us now from your office where you slept last night because you were scared to go back to your hotel, an office where you couldn't get to at some point because there was a pipe bomb in a nearby building. Please try to put in some kind of words, if you have them now, for what that experience is like for you today.
We went from being lost in the tunnels to being stuck in the tunnels yesterday. At one point, when we were evacuated because of the bomb threat, the pipe bomb threat, I was stuck in a narrow tunnel with 100 other people, staff and members of Congress. It was a very dangerous situation. Lives were put at risk. And my message to Americans today is it was a very sad day in our nation's history. I brought my children up here last weekend for the swearing in, and it's a historic moment for the state of South Carolina, a proud moment, first Republican woman elected to Congress from our state. But at the end of the day on Sunday, I bought my kids the first ticket home on Monday morning because I was watching the rhetoric on social media, the things that were being said, and I did not have a good feeling. I felt uncomfortable about what might occur on Wednesday, the violence that could happen. And thank God my motherly instincts kicked in, and my children were not here to witness what everyone was horrified by yesterday. This was not protests. These were rioters. This was anarchy. And I've been very vocal about it. I've been condemning it. I hope that more of my colleagues will condemn it too. It's wrong, and we've got to rebuild our nation, and we've got to rebuild the Republican Party after this. And I didn't get a chance really to see some of the images yesterday combined and culminated and pulled together. And I did that this morning when I woke up, and it brought me to tears. I am heartbroken. I'm devastated, and I'm pissed off. I'm angry because this didn't need to happen.
You campaigned for President Trump. You say rhetoric has consequences, words matter. Do you believe that your president, President Trump, incited this violence and is responsible for what happened at the Capitol yesterday?
Well, we saw the rhetoric at the rally yesterday, which enabled this behavior, this violent behavior. There are folks out there that enabled this rhetoric, that allowed this kind of thing to escalate.
And I think the reason that this happened— When you say folks, Congresswoman, I'm sorry to interrupt. I mean, really and truly, it came out of the mouth of President Trump. Do you not—
From the top down.
Do you not agree with that?
From the top down. And there are colleagues of mine in my own party who are also responsible. I've warned my colleagues previous to this happening that rhetoric, could lead to violence and is wrong. But one of the things I think that made and helped this escalate is that millions of Americans were lied to. There was no way in hell that Congress could overturn the results of the Electoral College yesterday, no matter how many objections were made.
Congresswoman, last thing, it's only 2 weeks. Can we make it another 2 weeks of President Trump? There's talk of the 25th Amendment, invoking it and getting him out of there because he might not be mentally fit. Can we take another 2 weeks?
Well, the 25th Amendment really is only relegated to illness or health issues, is my understanding. I'm 100 hours on the job. I will make every decision and take every position that I have based on the Constitution. That's what I promised my constituents to do in the past, and that's what I will continue to do now and in the future.
Congresswoman Nancy Mace, we want to thank you for your very honest, very real reaction to what happened. We really appreciate it. We hope you come back on the show, and we wish you the very best of luck there in the halls of Congress. We love your fighting spirit and your passion.
Thank you. I'm devastated. Thank you so much. God bless the USA. We've got to get through this.
You can hear it in her voice. They lived through that yesterday, right? They lived through that.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.